Two teams coming out here. Great reception all around. The black and white of Notts County, the all-white of AFC Wimbledon. Who will hold their nerve tonight? Second leg next weekend. You'll hear that live and exclusive on TalkSport 2. The playoffs well and truly underway. Earlier on, Leyton Orient and Stockport shared 4 goals in a thriller. That was live and exclusive on TalkSport 2. Tomorrow, we've got live football. Newcastle take on Chelsea, live and exclusive on TalkSport. The playoffs continue. We're just up the road at Chesterfield as they take on Walsall, League 2, playoff semi-final first leg. And then tomorrow night, 6:30, Wickham against Charlton. That should be an absolute cracker. That's also live and exclusive on TalkSport 2 tomorrow. Monday night, we're back in the Championship. Can Sheffield United get the job done against Bristol City? 3-0 they lead from the first leg. They meet again live and exclusive on Monday night. And then on Tuesday, we're back up in the North East. Sunderland, they have the lead against Coventry. Can they see it through? That is also live and exclusive on Tuesday night on TalkSport. Every angle covered across the TalkSport network throughout the playoffs. Your home of the AFL. What an exciting time, Adrian Clark, to be involved in a team. And look, there's going to be heartbreak ahead, but there's also going to be a lot of happiness for one of these two teams.
It's definitely the best way to go up, isn't it? Glory underneath the arch at Wembley. And look, it's nice for the fans to have these big showpiece occasions as well. Extends the season. Yeah, I absolutely love it. The playoffs are brilliant, and it is one of those times of the year, as we saw with that Sunderland result, where the form can go out of the window. You know, we talked about these two sides, but both being kind of out of form. Well, tonight one of them might just hit their straps and absolutely fly. Anything can happen in the playoffs. We've seen enough of these games down the years, but yeah, it's tremendously exciting. And look, these two clubs, Notts County, have played at the highest level in their history, of course, as have the original Wimbledon. So I think it'd be, you know, if one of these two went up, it wouldn't be a return to the glory days, but it'd be one step forward, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Notts County then 3 changes for them tonight from the final game of the season. McDonald, Gordon and Whittaker miss out of the starting 11 as Macari, Austin and McGoldrick come in. It's Bassing goal, the back 3 of Macari, Platt and Badeau. Abbott, Austin, Palmer and Jones are your midfield 4, with Conor Grant behind Alessandro Jatta and David McGoldrick. For the visitors, they make 1 change from their final outing of the league season. Sam Hutchinson, who got the winning goal at Grimsby, he misses out with an injury problem. Miles Hippolyte comes in and starts in midfield. Owen Goodman, 21 clean sheets in the league for him this season, starts in goal. Harbottle, Lewis and Johnson at the back. Tilley, Reeves, Hippolyte, Smith and Murphill across the middle. Marcus Brown and Matty Stevens lead the line. Well, it's a black strip versus a white strip, and it's black and white. For one of these two teams, the road will end over these 2 legs. For the other one, they'll be going Bank Holiday Monday down at Wembley in the League 2 playoff final. Chesterfield and Walsall start their battle tomorrow. You can hear it live on TalkSport 2. What an occasion, what an atmosphere. And we're about to get underway, and it will be Notts County going from right to left. They're defending the Cop end away to our left. And the ball played forward here, and an early chance for Wimbledon to put one over the top, headed away and brought down rather casually there, and played forward by Notts County, and the ball out of play on halfway for a throw-in. But a positive start from AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, when you asked me what would the message be, is put them under pressure, because there are bound to be nerves for Notts County tonight, especially early on in the game. Don't let them settle into any kind of rhythm. They'll play the percentages, AFC Wimbledon tonight, no doubt about that. And they've set about at a very, very fast tempo. It's a good front foot start from the visitors.
Yeah, it is indeed. They have it. They're passing the ball around on halfway, getting a good early feel for it over on that far side, as now they work down the right. And across there is George Abbott, who's given it away here. AFC Wimbledon have it. On the turn is Brown, down by the corner flag, looking to try and work his way in, but his skill just let him down momentarily, and that's out for a throw into Notts County.
Yeah, interesting surprise from Stuart Maynard. Jody Jones, he isn't starting on the left, he's going to be the right wing back. I think Sam Austin is over on that left hand side. He's a bit of a utility player, Sam Austin. It's either him or Abbott.
Yeah, I think it's Abbott, isn't it?
Well, no, I think Abbott's just tucked in into midfield. It will settle down in the next few minutes.
I'm going to say, they've got to get out of their own half yet. We've not seen them in shape, have we? Here come AFC Wimbledon again. They have it on halfway. They're going to go back. It's not the greatest back pass in the world, but eventually they'll get its way to Owen Goodman, who's all in yellow, away down that end of the field, and Alex Bass down this end is all in a lime green as AFC Wimbledon attack again. I have to say, it's been a really positive start from Wimbledon.
Yeah, sometimes you've just got to play the old-fashioned way, and that is turn the defence with a little pass down the channel, especially when you're playing against the back three. There's often a bit of a space between the wing back and the wide centre back, and that's the area that Wimbledon have targeted early on in this game. They've got two forwards, one of which will always look to make that run down the sides.
It's going to be a long throw-in from the far side. 2 gone on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson, Adrian Clark with you here. Long throw is launched into the Notts County penalty area. It's headed away by Platt. Brought down on the edge of the area. Cross whipped in towards the far post, and a free header. A cross goal there from Matty Stevens, who got up high at the far post. Not really the power on it to beat Bass, who saved it comfortably down low to his left.
It was a difficult header, wasn't it? It was a decent ball in, but the cross from James Tilley on the right hand side, he's a brilliant crosser, by the way. It's a little bit of a floaty one, wasn't it? But he took up a lovely position at the far post, Matty Stevens, got his header on target. It's a bit of a sighter from him early on in this game.
Yeah, Macari plays it forward. Jatta, it's going to get pushed out of the way. Referee happy to let play go on as Reeves just pops off a pass in the heart of the Wimbledon midfield, and Stevens turns it out on this near side, and forward they go with Josh Nerfville wide on the left for Wimbledon, looking now to lay it back. Here's Reeves again, just squares off the pass. And Wimbledon, you have to say, early days here, dominating possession and dominating territory, but they've just given it away, and a chance could be on for the break. Here goes McGoldrick over halfway, invites the challenge. It was a good one as well, and the ball breaks for Alistair Smith, but then it's one straight back, and the tackles are flying in here, and that looks a particularly tasty one from Reeves, and he's left the Notts County player down.
Yeah, let's hope he's okay. Yeah, Reeves is a good player. He did catch him there, no doubt about it. It was Riley Harbottle that made the challenge on David McGoldrick. It's a really important one, because if he skips past him there, they were right at AFC Wimbledon, Notts County. But that's the first we've really seen of the home side pose a threat.
Another free kick for a foul, this time on Jody Jones, who Adrian rightly pointed out is playing on the right. We certainly didn't expect that. Ball here with Jones. Looks to play it over the top, and it's a good ball in here. Macari into the edge of the area, chips it past one. They're appealing for a penalty here. The fans behind the goal went up as one. The players are furious here. Macari's asking the question. It was quite close in, wasn't it? But the reaction would say there was something in there.
Yeah, it may well have hit the hand, but from that close range, and was it a deliberate sort of little flick up onto the hand? I think the referee might have considered that to be an option as well. For me, although we're a long way away from it, I think that would have been a generous penalty to give.
Yeah, well, it is a corner that is going to be taken by Palmer, the Notts County captain, right-footed. There's plenty of movement in the penalty area. Floats it towards the far post. There is a Notts County player. Will bring it down and then tried to volley it, but never got over the top of it. And in the end, it balloons over, harmlessly over the target. Macari it was. He was free and in space, just couldn't execute the skill.
Well, he's had a lively start, hasn't he? Lewis Macari there. That was a bit wild, the volley, but in terms of the run, it was a brilliant run, wasn't it? Beautifully picked out by Jones. Lovely little clip over the top. And once he's in, Macari, you know, he gets to the byline. Okay, there's an appeal for the penalty, but he got himself into a really good area there. You got to remember, that's your right centre back there. You know, yeah, really pushing up towards the byline. So that's good to see. Nice and positive.
Abbott played it forward for Jatta, who just couldn't quite find a teammate, and it's eased back by Joe Lewis, back to his keeper, Owen Goodman. I'm sure his services will be in demand next year, having 21 clean sheets domestically this time. Ball played over the top for AFC Wimbledon. Well, there were appeals there. It looked like Hippolyte had gone offside. In fact, he stopped his run, didn't he? And then the ball played forward. He still touched it, and the assistant said, play on.
Yeah, it was almost a mercurial touch as well, wasn't it, from Hippolyte, who's in tonight. But yeah, it's a really, really good shape to Wimbledon at the moment. You see the front five looking to press and block off the middle part of the field there, and then they've got the five in behind.
McGoldrick made a great run forward there. and he had about 30 yards of space in front of him. There's a free kick given away by Notts County. He's furious. He wanted that ball played earlier there for McGoldrick.
I agree. Yeah, well, next time maybe they'll see it a little bit earlier. But yeah, when Wimbledon are committing the 5 players forward to the press, it does mean that you can just clip a ball over the top, doesn't it, into your front player, so or even in beyond, as McGoldrick wanted. So yeah, I think it's an interesting tactical battle, I think, taking place down there.
Yeah, there is indeed. Jake Reeves, the Wimbledon captain, has a free kick. It's about 10 yards over the halfway line. He's 10 in from touch, left-hand side. 0-0 here between Notts County and AFC Wimbledon. Notts County trying to hold a high line as the ball is floated towards the far edge of the penalty area. Ball headed down. It could be an opportunity for the shot. It's a scruffy shot. It takes a deflection. Marcus Brown it was. If he'd got hold of that, it would have been interesting. But Notts County now looking to break away.
Yeah, he should have done better, shouldn't he, with the volley. It's a bit short confidence, Marcus Brown. He's a good player, but I think only 4 goals this season. So, you know, it goes down at a slight disappointing return for him, and that wasn't the volley of a player that's in a rich vein of form.
Notts County have it. Here's Macari at the back. They're just trying to tease AFC Wimbledon out of their shape, but they're holding on to it at the moment. Ball now goes towards the far side of the field. Played back again, and here now is Abbott, who will bring it forward. The young loanee who's had an outstanding season here, and now they'll play it out wide onto the far side of the pit field where Badeau will go full. Notts County just enjoying a bit of possession at the moment. They've not had too much of it early stages. 8 gone here. It is 0-0. Here now is McGoldrick on the half turn. Just feeds it back out onto this near side from Macari. Back to McGoldrick. McGoldrick looking to tease and then just shifts the ball, and then with the outside of his boot he invites Badeau forward. Showed a little bit too much of it. Here's Jetta, edge of the area. Can he open up for a shot? Gets it out onto the near side for Jody Jones, working it onto his left foot, back onto his right, pokes the shot towards goal, but it was straight at Owen Goodman. But it was the best move we've seen from Notts County. Still 0-0.
Yeah, really nice football. Yeah, McGoldrick at the heart of it, of course, dropping the shoulders, switching play. In the end, it comes to Jody Jones, and he prefers it on his left, but he shifts it onto his right. Doesn't really generate enough power to trouble a keeper of Goodman's quality, but that was much better from Notts County, who are used to having the ball, of course, and they've been starved of it in the first 9 minutes of this game.
Yeah, they have, and it is AFC Wimbledon are coming forward again. That was a brave pass because there were 3 black and white shirts in the way, and the ball now played over the top for Jetta, who's beaten to it, and the ball cushioned back there by Joe Lewis back to his goalkeeper, and he will get it out. Just a little bit of the pitch, still got some late evening sunshine on it. It's a beautiful day in this part of the world. The conditions immaculate. The pitch looks of the highest order. It is 0-0, 9 gone, but like you said, an intriguing start to this contest.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, these are 2 very good teams. But I just like the attitude of Wimbledon. It's a really assertive start to the match from Johnny Jackson's side. I mean, in terms of the pitch, it is fantastic. I mean, you never know it's the last match of the season that there's going to be played here. It's quite remarkable. Very different to the old days. I remember playing here, pretty muddy, heavy going it was. You don't get any pitches that are heavy these days.
I'm going to say the outfield looks like Trent Bridge just over the road, doesn't it? The cricket ground.
It's a wonderful sporting city, and this particular area of Nottingham is fantastic. You can see the city ground over the stand behind the goal, and you've got Trent Bridge floodlights as well there. It's, if you like your sport, this is the place to be, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Here now is George Abbott. Abbott has it. Gets it to McGoldrick, who's showing a lot for it. Ooh, that was a bit of a naughty challenge there from Hippolyte, and referee blows the whistle. Referee Thomas Kirk is not shy of giving out yellow cards. He's quite alarming the number he's given this season.
Right, okay. Yeah, well, it's not what players need to
33 games, 164 yellows.
Blimey.
That's a lot, isn't it?
That is a lot. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe 1 or 2 will be walking the sort of tightrope during this game. But, you're right about McGoldrick. It's kind of a 3-5-2, but maybe more of a 3-4-2-1. Him and Grant are kind of given licence to go and look for the ball.
Yeah, McGoldrick's certainly doing that. There's another off-the-ball push. Ball played into McGoldrick inside his own half. He'll just turn, and interesting now I see Wimbledon player going to close him down, but I guess he's in his own half. They're happy to let him have it there. Here's Badeau now, looks for the give and go up the left-hand side for Notts County. McGoldrick back on it now. And he'll get it away on this near side to Lewis Macari. Back to McGoldrick. McGoldrick now looking for the crossfield diagonal to get Cody Jones in behind. He's going to get it by the corner flag. He went down, he felt he was fouled. The assistant's having none of it. You almost wonder what David McGoldrick thinks about his teammates, because he's playing passes that maybe they're not quite anticipating.
Yeah, but look, he would have known that ahead of the move, that there'll be moments of frustration. But they're still good players, very good players, but just not quite as good as those that he's used to being alongside, and not as good as him. What he's reminding me of here at the early stages of McGoldrick is kind of Wayne Rooney. As in, like he's nominally up front, but he's allowed to go anywhere. And for a couple of minutes there, he was basically the deep line playmaker, wasn't he? He was the quarterback, getting off the centre halves and looking to spray it around. So he's a class footballer, and I can see maybe a time, maybe next year or the year after, if he still wants to play, where he actually plays in central midfield.
Yeah. Get somebody else doing his running for him. It is 0-0 here. Adrian Clark, former Arsenal player, AFL man as well. And the ball now with McGoldrick again, who looks to try and flick it between defenders, but it's won back by Wimbledon, then won back by Abbott, and then played back towards goal. A little bit of indecision at the back, but that was promptly tidied up by Platt, who gets it away to Jody Jones, who's now going forward. He's roared forward by the manager on that side, but it's picked away again by AFC Wimbledon, and now played forward to Stevens. Then it's not long towards McGoldrick, who wins the header but can't find a teammate. The clearance from Hippolyte bounces fortuitously for him and for Wimbledon, and a bit of hesitation at the back, and Notts County thought for a moment they were in there, but the ball on halfway. It's just a little bit harum-scarum at the moment, isn't it? They're just struggling both sides, barring McGoldrick, just to get it down and play.
Yeah, the ball's a bit of a hot potato. It's always going to be a fast-paced game, isn't it? You know, the adrenaline's flowing. It's a huge occasion for all of the players involved, so it doesn't surprise me that it's not settled down. What was interesting there when Jody Jones was running down the wing was Miles Hippolyte's positioning. He was basically saying, whatever you do, you're not coming on your left. I'm going to show you down the line here. And he didn't want to go down the line. So, you know, that's a little bit of detail there from Wimbledon in their planning.
Yeah, they will have seen that and reacted accordingly. Here's Bono, goes forward inside AFC Wimbledon territory, feeds it out wide on the left touchline. Ball comes back now, and it's Palmer, he gets it back, and Notts County are starting to push a lot further up the field now. They're trying to pen Wimbledon in. Ball works its way out to McGoldrick, who's popped up on the right touchline now, looks to feed the ball over the top, was looking for Macari once again, has made that run forward. And this time the ball cleared away from him, and the ball will bounce harmlessly all the way through to Owen Goodman, the Wimbledon goalkeeper, and he will collect it on the edge of his box. But you get the feeling that Lewis Macari's run stats are going to be pretty high tonight. He's up and down, isn't he, this right hand side?
Well, he's a young boy. Yeah, I'm sure he can handle it. But we talked, didn't we, ahead of kick-off about chaos and what could Notts County do to sort of move this really well-organised Wimbledon side out of position. Well, one way of doing it is to give your right side of centre-back a bit of a free roll and say, look, you get forward, you pop up in unexpected positions, and let's see what Wimbledon do about it. So, yeah, it feels to me as if he's been given a real licence here tonight.
It's been another big day of football in action. You heard it all around the grounds with Adrian Durham earlier on. Fulham 1, Everton 3, Ipswich 0, Brentford 1, Southampton 0, Manchester City 0, Wolves 0, Brighton 2 in the late game. Ollie Watkins' goal sees Villa beat Bournemouth by 1-0, and basically that really does set things up tomorrow for our huge commentary on TalkSport. Newcastle against Chelsea as a battle for the Champions League spots goes on. As a crunching tackle, big collision here over on the far side. The referee is going to wander over and have a words. There's an AFC Wimbledon player down who's looks in a little bit of trouble here, but he's going to get to their feet, so no damage done. Riley Harbottle it was who was collected there. And what are your observations on that challenge? The referee is having a word here with Palmer.
Yeah, Palmer, he will get stuck in, Matty Palmer. I just thought it was a collision, just a coming together. I think an honest enough challenge from both players. Palmer's a really important player for Notts County. He's not big, is he, in terms of his stature, but he makes a lot of passes. I think only 3 players in League Two have made more successful passes than Palmer this season. So he's the one that it comes through a lot of the time, as well as McGoldrick, of course.
Ball with the keeper, will come up and take the free kick midway inside his own half. Goodman knocks it long, but too long. One bounce and out of play on the far side. 0-0 here, nearly 17 on the clock. Just going back to that tie tomorrow, Adrian. Newcastle, Chelsea, 4th against 5th, both on 63 points. They'll have both been buoyed by the fact that Manchester City dropped 2 points today, but also we're worried that Villa have joined them on 63 with that win.
Yeah, it's bad news for Forest as well with that Villa victory. It puts a bit more pressure on them. They're down to 7th. So little to choose between 2nd and 7th place really in the Premier League at the moment. Yeah, big day tomorrow.
Yeah, well, Leicester have not been in great form, but they'd love to put one over Forest, wouldn't they? Just over the road here.
Yeah, I wouldn't bank on it.
Well, no, I wouldn't be putting my hard-earned on it, but they'd still like to do it. 0-0 here. Yeah, Forest-Leicester tomorrow. Liverpool-Arsenal is the late game. You'll hear all the goals as they're going. I think Adrian's in the chair tomorrow, Adrian Durham. Tomorrow, Sam will be up at Newcastle-Chelsea, live on TalkSport, live and exclusive on TalkSport. Ball with Reeves back to the goalkeeper. And now he will play it long. Goodman looking for Hippolyte, who takes it down on the chest, does well on this near side. Goes back towards halfway. Chances have been few and far between in the opening 18 minutes. Probably the 2 that we've seen have been at the Wimbledon attacking end, although Stevens can't take in the pass, and he looked to be trying to close down on goal. He was at a wide angle, he couldn't keep it in. It's out for a goal kick, still 0-0.
Yeah, just looking at some of the numbers, yes, 52% of possession for Wimbledon. That's a big surprise. But yeah, both have had a couple of shots, but very low on the XG. I think XG fans, for those out there, 0.5 plays 0.6. So I think that tells you that we've had nothing more than a half chance until this point.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. As Abbott goes back to his goalkeeper, Alex Bass, formerly of Wimbledon. Ball midway inside the Notts County half. 0-0 here. You are listening to Notts County against Wimbledon in the AFL playoffs, live on TalkSport 2 and McDonald's. Enjoy a tasty night in, delivered to your door with McDelivery. 0-0 here. And the ball now works its way over the top, looking for McGoldrick, who made the run in behind. The pass just lacked a little bit of weight, and frustration again from McGoldrick. Long ball forward, keeper should come out and collect it. Alex Bass does just that.
That's a great run. Yeah, I was watching him as he did it, and there was a little avenue that opened up, and he exploded into it. And in fairness, the defender saw it. He just couldn't quite execute the right pass to find the veteran.
Ball out now with Badone. He looks a good outlet, doesn't he? He's played the ball through now, looking to get Jatta in, and it just slightly overhits it, and it's side-footed away, but that was good. I've been impressed with Badone. He certainly gets forward, doesn't he, down the left?
He's looked good. Well, the 2 wide centre-backs, they're a bit like the old Sheffield United ones under Chris Wilder, aren't they? Yeah. They are very, very bold. And what happens is the central midfielders then just sit in, and they don't push on too much if they know that the defenders are piling forward.
There's a ball played at the edge of the area. It's thumped away by Wimbledon, out for a throw-in over on the far side. Remains 0-0, 20 gone here. Tomorrow will be just up the road as Chesterfield take on Walsall. What must their thoughts have been not over the last few weeks, but the last few minutes last week? Because for the joyous scene you see at Valley Parade, they are agony at Walsall, and they were at that time of the season where for every good thing there's a bad thing.
Yeah, look, I think the manager Matt Sadler at Walsall has had a big week, hasn't he? He's got to somehow shrug off his own disappointment and put smiles on faces and get belief back into the players who must be feeling it's just not our year. It's not going to happen for us. So his big task during this week has been to sort of galvanise the group and get their belief up again. And look, I hope for their sakes that they can give a good account of themselves against Chesterfield.
Yeah, that'll be live on TalkSport 2 tomorrow. 0-0 here. We thought it'd be tight and tense. Oh, there's a slip there from Reeves, and that allows Abbott to advance forward. Midway inside the half, he's waiting for Jones to arrive at his side. He passes him it, but he almost held...
Decisive there, it opened up nicely. The player. But yeah, it's a little bit of confidence. He wanted to just play the city.
So they take it when the ball is. That one behind the end is not the most populated one. Here though. Ball played forward to McGoldrick. He turns. Ball is out of play. And McGoldrick will quickly take the throw in. And here's Macari. And he'll play it just along the edge of his own 18-yard box. And it's Matty Platt, whose pass to Bador wasn't the best. And there's an acknowledgement there as that ball goes out of play. Now they've got to defend that bit of loose play. Here come AFC Wimbledon over the far side of the field. They're looking to work it down the line, but they've turned over possession here. Little nutmeg there and a chance for Sam Austin to get forward. He feeds it into Abbott. Abbott just couldn't get the ball past the outstretched boot there of Harbottle, and then there's a coming together, and that'll be a free kick for AFC Wimbledon. But just a chance there on the break for Notts County. They didn't make the most of it.
They didn't. That was lovely little megs, wasn't it, from George Abbott. Very cheeky little pass, and he was away, wasn't he, Sam Austin down the left. Interesting selection there. McDonald it was that played the other day with Jones out on that side, so he's really shaken things up actually, Stuart Maynard, in terms of the selection.
Yeah, welcome along to listeners on TalkSport. We're live at Meadow Lane tonight. League 2 playoffs. Notts County 0, AFC Wimbledon 0. 23 on the clock here. Been a game of very few chances. There were a couple early on for the visitors who are attacking now down the left. They're putting it across towards the far post. It just evades everybody. James Tilley will keep it in. He's got Reeves on the edge of the box. Tilley into the penalty area, trying to find a white shirt. Lays it back for Reeves. Reeves looks in the cross. It's just too deep, and it'll run out on this near side. But Wimbledon continuing to attack here. They had a couple of shots early on. The chance, one of them fell as they've earned a corner. One of them fell to Matty Stevens. His shot was well blocked. Then there was a bit of a half-hearted effort from Marcus Brown. Adrian Clark, former Gunners player alongside us. Wimbledon looking well organised, but haven't created an awful lot.
No, neither team's created much so far, but I've enjoyed Wimbledon's assertive tactical approach. They've really tried to take the game to Notts County, who normally dominate possession, 60% or so, but it hasn't been the case here tonight. Wimbledon looking to get on the front foot and make things happen. It's a really even game. We talked about it ahead of kickoff. There's not much between these two sides, even though they've got differing styles, and that we've certainly seen that so far.
Yeah, Wimbledon have a corner. The rest of this game is live and exclusive over on TalkSport 2. It is Notts County 0, AFC Wimbledon 0. There's a corner here for Wimbledon. Whip it in towards the far post. Plenty of white shirts attacking it, but the header weak and wide in the end. They rather got in each other's way there. Joe Lewis couldn't quite get the purchase on it, and it is behind for a goal kick. Still 0-0.
Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest of headers, was it, from Joe Lewis? Neither side actually has an amazing record from set pieces this season. A lot of their goals have been scored in open play. They're not two sides that are relying on them.
Well, here could be a chance. Just for a second, looked like Alessandro Jatra had got in, but how well did Joe Lewis do there? Almost got caught the wrong side, but got back, got a leg around, won the ball, and won it fairly as well.
It was a hairy moment, wasn't it? Because Jatra's a big boy, got long legs. But he got back quickly, Lewis.
He did. Here come AFC Wimbledon. Here's Hippolyte. Swings in the ball towards the penalty spot. It's flicked on. It'll be chance to bring it down. Can they get the shot away? They did get a shot away. Ball still bobbling around in there. It'll fall here for Tilley. It was Tilley's effort who was blocked. He lays it back. Shot comes in. It's deflected wide. AFC Wimbledon enjoying their best spell of the game.
Yeah, this is a good period for the visitors. I think they smell blood here. Wimbledon. Really impressed with their sharp passing, their confidence. They've not come here tonight to play for a draw, have they? Johnny Jackson promised they'd try and play for the win, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, it certainly is. Here's a corner, it's their fans you can hear on the far side. There's plenty of them as well. It's a really good travelling support. All going to be swung in from the far side towards Stevens, who just couldn't get up high enough. I think it's skimmed off a Notts County head here, and they're going to try and keep it in, but they can't. So it's out for another throw to AFC Wimbledon. Just enjoying a good bit of possession. It seems ridiculous, Matty Stevens, 17 goals in the league, but he's got 1 in 16.
Yeah, it's a big drought, isn't it? I think he's 8 without one, and then obviously he'd gone a few games without one when he scored that goal, so I think against Barrow. So
that was in March. His last 22nd of March, his last goal.
It's really prolific, wasn't he, early on in the campaign? He's a very, very reliable striker at this level. He just needs one to go in. And then he could be a real key player in their bid for promotion here for Wimbledon.
Could be. All out of play. There's frustration in the home ends, isn't there? They feel that Wimbledon are trying to run the clock down and take time out of the game. Look, they're going to do. They're away from home here. Massive game for them. And I'm sure if Notts County are winning down at the Cherry Red Records Stadium next weekend, they'll be taking every second they can.
Of course, yeah. I don't think they're time wasting, really. I think there's probably a little bit of angst among the home support because they lost the last 3 here. And that's going to impact not just the players but the fans as well, who are maybe feeling that their team are below par at the wrong time.
Great tackle there from Abbott. Now the break well and truly is on. They'll feed it out wide to Sam Austin. Austin can't get past his man. And again, AFC Wimbledon defend it, and there were plenty of black and white shirts forward in attack. Ball won back by Badeau. Abbott will get it away. He gets it to Conor Grant in the centre circle. Fires out a pass looking for McGoldrick. McGoldrick's touch takes him away from one. Gets the ball back 30 yards out. He's going to unleash a shot from a narrow angle. No, he whips across in. It'll fall to Grant. Grant's shot deflected. Abbott's shot deflected. They're all screaming for handball. Breaks back to McGoldrick, edge of the area. 25 yards out. Gets away from one. Looks for the give and go. He might get it back yet. Did he pull the Wimbledon player? He did. And frustration all around here because Notts County felt they maybe should have had a penalty. But again, it's at very close range.
Nah, not for me. I don't think that's a penalty. It's point blank range. He's absolutely thumped it. And even if the arm was slightly away from the side of the body, I don't think he could have done a great deal to get out of the way of that. I'll make the referee right. I think it was just good, resilient defending, actually, from Wimbledon. Well, we shouldn't be surprised. They conceded way under a goal a game, haven't they? I think 35 in 46 league games. That is absolutely tremendous. And it's not by chance. They got players that will put their bodies on the line, and that's what we saw there in that passage of play.
Now there's a free. It's getting a bit spiky, this. There's a free kick gone in against AFC Wimbledon. Referee's just going to stop play. One thing I was going to say, a couple of times we've seen Wimbledon either get caught in possession in midfield. What they have done really well, I think, they've made their one-on-one tackles, haven't they? A couple of times down the left, you think they're going to get in Notts County, and the first man up has more often than not won his tackle.
Yeah, and it's a risky game to play. You don't want to leave yourself 1v1 because if that player gets beaten, they're at you, aren't they? But no, they've stood up and their concentration levels have been good. And then the right side centre-back's been excellent so far. Riley Harbottle, Joe Lewis, terrific. Johnson has been formidable really down this side as well. So the back three have really had a good half an hour here at Meadow Lane for Wimbledon.
Yeah, still 0-0, and there's still a county player down getting treatment. I think it's Abbott, isn't it, who's got a bump in the back, or he's not overly happy with it and wanders off. What a learning experience it'll be for him, 19 years of age, playing at this level week in, week out.
So much better than playing in sort of Premier League 2 or whatnot, and there's no one really watching. It's sort of soft football, no one really making that many tackles. This is proper football, and he'll have learned a lot this season. And even if he doesn't break into the Spurs team, he might get himself, another good loan next year.
Here's Jones trying to break in down the right-hand side, beaten to it by Johnson. He gets it back to the keeper, Goodman, and he thumps it forward. Good header again from Platt. He's been good in the air. But the robust challenge goes in. This time play on. Here's Hippolyte, and now a chance to get his head down and go forward. Nerfville made a run outside him, but the pass was a poor one. And what Hippolyte went in with his arm on Abbott there. Referee's having none of it. Well, we mentioned those yellow cards. So far, he's keeping them firmly in his pocket, Thomas Kirk, but I get the feeling we might be getting a few before we're done here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, after you said it, I thought, well, because it's quite a feisty game, he could have given, 2 or 3 already, easily. So, yeah, he's showing remarkable restraint, given his record.
He is.
Yeah, but look, I reckon once one yellow card comes out of his pocket, we're going to see a flood of them.
Yeah, I agree with that. But in fairness, he's doing his level best, but the players aren't making it easy for him. Still 0-0, 31 and a half gone. All on halfway. Won back by Notts County. And they will get it. And here's Jones with a throw-in right on halfway. The two managers look on from their respective vantage points. They're right at pitch side here at Meadow Lane. All played into Jatta. He tried to lay it off but loses it. Ball now is brought forward by Smith. Smith turns and finds a pass. They're hassling and harrying Notts County. They just can't seem to find that pass to unlock this Wimbledon defence. That was a beautiful ball there. And now AFC Wimbledon are coming forward. Hippolyte looks for the crossfield switch. Looking towards Stevens at the far post. It's headed away from him. Brought down, and Wimbledon have it again over on the far side. Here's Tilley. He just looks to feed it into the edge of the penalty area. Get it back 30 yards out. Wimbledon on the attack again. Just roll the ball into space for Brown. He pops off the pass for Johnson, who's making an extra body forward. Nerfville on this near side. Put the ball at risk. That was a poor challenge.
That has to be a yellow, surely.
Well, that was Lewis Macari, who was given an invitation to clatter into Marcus Brown, and he didn't hang around, did he?
It was a hospital pass, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a square pass, and you knew. I was wincing before it even arrived at his feet, because I knew exactly what was going to happen. Macari's absolutely clattered into him. He's a lucky boy not to pick up a yellow. But what I've liked about Wimbledon is their confidence to play little triangles in the middle of the park. They'll go in between players and create nice little overloads. There's a nice balance to Wimbledon's play, I think, here tonight.
Yeah, that was the best we've seen from them. That pass, it was a risky pass, but it was right on the money, and it opened up Notts County momentarily. Free kick, 35 yards out, left-hand side. Tilley's going to whip it in. It's a dangerous-looking ball. There's a good header on it. It's a great save. It's a magnificent save. Johnson's header's going in at the far corner, and Alex Bass has just produced an absolute worldie to keep it out. Still 0-0.
Oh, it's phenomenal, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant from Bass. Low to his left. It's creeping into the corner. It's a peach of a delivery. First up from Tilley. Johnson gets a cracking, glancing header on it. And that is going in. It's an outstanding stop.
It is. Now the corner delivered in towards the 6-yard box. Platt won the header. I think he was anticipating a little bit more traffic coming his way there, but he got enough on it, and it's cleared forward. But the first genuine opportunity, as now there's a foul against Jones on halfway, and you can sense frustration is starting to build at Meadow Lane. But AFC Wimbledon could and maybe should be in front. That was a really good save.
Yeah, I think they've been the better side, Wimbledon, in this first half. They've created more opportunity. I think the shot count's 7-4 now. Really good header. It might have been hitting the post, but the goalkeeper wasn't to know that. Really superb stop, low to his left.
Yeah, long ball forward. Nerfville tried to get on the end of it. Notts County just having to weather a bit of a storm here. 0-0. 10 to go to the break. First goal so important here tonight. Will we get a goal? That's not guaranteed. There's a ball inside the Notts County half. They'll get it away over on the far side. Now they'll play it little triangles just to get the ball back to Bedeau. He gets it away to Platt. Platt gets it away quickly to Bass. And Bass now, if he frees up, will get Macari going away forward up towards halfway. Neatly done from Notts County. They feed it forward to Jones on halfway, looking to turn. Looking to cut back on his left foot. Then he goes away from Nerfville. Buys himself a bit of time. He's looking for a big pass, but he can't. Doesn't feel he's got an option. He's just putting his arms out to say, is someone going to make a move? He's still on the ball there. And I think that just adds to the sense of frustration. Bolton McGoldrick, he's chopped down. Well, I think Norman Hunter and Jack Charlton would fancy a game here tonight, wouldn't they? This is their type of football.
He's old-fashioned. It is physical, aggressive, and I cannot believe it. Someone has kept his card in the pocket again. I think what's a reverse jinx, because that's what you put on him with the yellow card shout. It's like
they're coming back.
It's like he's determined not to give any.
Well, the one thing I would say, and this is a valid point, 164 yellow cards, 3 red cards.
Okay, yeah, so
that's quite a contrast, isn't
that
it?
Is, yeah. He's been a bit loose with the cautions. But
yeah, here's McGoldrick. He has it on the far side. He's out-muscled and taken off it. And now they try and break forward here, but Platt did well. Just got his body between him and Matty Stevens. And now there's a chance for Notts County to come forward. Here's Abbott, seeing a lot of the ball now. Over towards the near side. He's just looked a little bit reluctant at times to go forward with it. And there's a bit of an argument going on between him and Jones here on this near side.
Well, I think he's looking for a runner. He's saying, well, someone move, give me someone to hit. Everything's to feet, really. And, Jody Jones wants it to feet, but sometimes you've got to go the other way. You've got to make 3 runs that way so that you can then get the ball to feet the next time, because the defender won't be expecting it. So maybe just needs to mix up his game a touch, Jody Jones. On the referee, by the way, if I don't want to see games littered with yellow cards, but when you're too lenient, players will take advantage, and that is where you can get an injury.
Yeah, here is Jones going down the right hand side. He's got McGoldrick waiting in the middle with Jatta. Ball put in towards McGoldrick, headed away. It'll fall on the edge of the penalty area. Could be a chance to shoot here. They've overloaded numbers. Here's McGoldrick. McGoldrick plays it in down the left hand side. Ball put back. Big chance. Oh, what a save! Follow up cleared. It was a shot from Conor Grant, and Owen Goodman just produced an equally brilliant save as we saw at the other end. The 2 keepers in fine form, and Notts County denied by another world-class save, but they could be undone here. Ball delivered to the far post. Jatta, can he keep it in? No, it's gone out. Adrian Clark, how good was that save?
Wow, that's better. It's even better. This save from Goodman, absolutely stellar. Because the cutback's perfect, and Grant comes onto the ball beautifully, and he goes back into the corner towards where the cross came from. So the goalkeeper's kind of wrong-footed, and he gets down so sharply, low to his right, to make the save. It is phenomenal. I don't think Grant does anything wrong, but the reflex is there. Just superb, and it sums up the season that Owen Goodman's had.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Down, it was well hit as well. There was certainly power and fizz on the shot, but it is starting to open up now. But the 2 goalkeepers are grabbing the headlines at the moment. A fine save from Bass at one end, Goodman at the other. It will be interesting where Goodman does end up next year. If Wimbledon go up, they may get the chance to keep him, but you get the feeling someone further up the food chain will be having a look at his record.
Yeah, it could be championship level. It looks good enough. I mean, it's going to be difficult to get in the Palace side, but you never know. James Trafford has proven that young goalkeepers, when given a chance, can really shine.
Well, we made the point, didn't we, about Abbott? The more game time they get, certainly as a goalkeeper, the more you can get the earlier on, the better it's going to stand you in the long run. It is 0-0 though, somehow. 5 to go to the break. It's been edgy, but I've enjoyed it. Both sides are trying, aren't they?
Definitely,
that is for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, no, it's been absorbing to watch, and again, just really even. Just when I'm thinking Wimbledon look the strongest side, Notts County have a good five minutes or so. It's really not. I don't think there's going to be much between these 2 sides come the end of the second leg.
Yeah, here now is Jones again inside his own half, launches off down the right. Macari made a good run. Jones goes away from him. Jones rides a tackle, but he's then dispossessed. Reeves has it back. He's looking for the ball down the side of Badeau, but he gets across and should clear it away, and does clear it away. Game's just starting to open up a little bit here. Jatta on halfway, but he's come from an offside position, which is really frustrating because he found a nice pass, but he's flagged him. Just need to be more careful there.
Yeah, looking at the Wimbledon front too, it's just a slight lack of pace there, isn't there? They're both good sort of sturdily built centre forwards, Brown and Stevens, but neither's rapid, and you just got a little inkling there. They tried to play the ball down the side, it just couldn't get there ahead of the defender, and that is probably one of the main reasons why they don't score enough goals. Because if they'd scored, 10 more goals, may well have won the league.
Yeah. It is an interesting point, and it's worth noting Notts County have conceded in their last 5 home games. But they're happy defending high because they know there's not the pace to break them down, so it's making it a little bit easier for them, isn't it? Still 0-0. Second leg of this one live next Saturday on TalkSport 2. Every game from the playoffs live and exclusive on the TalkSport network. If you've not got the app, now will be a good time to get it. Free and available in all the usual places and very easy to use. You'll not miss any of the live action. Swipe between our sister stations, catch up with all the news, the sport, the podcasts, the shows you might have missed. It's all there. As the ball now works its way out of the back 4. Platt has it, gets it away, it goes back to Bass, and now AFC Wimbledon are trying to push and force an error. Ball just nudged forward towards Palmer. I've sent them a few passes. They've not really got anywhere yet, but they might do now as Macari finds a way out after Abbott finds him, and Macari heads off towards halfway. Notts County on the attack, 3 to go to the break. 0-0 here on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson with the former Arsenal man Adrian Clark here tonight at Meadow Lane. Ball with Grant, looks for the give and go. There's a coming together there, and that's going to be a free kick for Notts County. Here we go, Clark, he's brought the yellow card. Hippolyte it is who gets the first one.
Wow. 42 and a half minutes in. Yeah, it's taken a while. Yeah, we can expect an avalanche now.
That wasn't even the worst foul, was it?
That was maybe not even in the top 10.
No.
I don't know how many fouls we've had in this first half, but it's nowhere near the top 5.
Correct.
Yeah.
But it is a set-piece opportunity here.
Let's have a look how many fouls it took. I think that might be foul 13.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, for 13 to wait that long for a yellow is unusual, but yeah, it's a good free kick opportunity this.
It is. 2 minutes to go to the break. 0-0 here. League 2 playoff first leg. Notts County looking to get it into the box. There's a bit of pushing and pulling edge of the box. It's a ball in that skims off the top of a Wimbledon head, and it's behind for a corner. That was looking like a very good delivery, and it's gone behind for a corner kick.
Well, it had pace on it, didn't it? And I think if you whip it in at that kind of speed, it's really devilish to deal with, and they just had to get something on it. Had no control there, the Wimbledon defenders, and it's out for a corner. And a strong end to the half here, Notts County.
Well, this would change the half-time team talks if they could get something here. The AFC Wimbledon fans over on that far side look down on this corner. Can they keep their goal intact? Goodman with that great save a few minutes ago to deny Conor Grant. Ball going to be swung in by Notts County, looking to take the lead. There's more pushing and pulling in the box. It's delivered deep. Here arriving is Austin, but he's going to do well to get anything out of this. In the end, he'll get a throw in. It was way over hit, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It wasn't the best. It was definitely a foul inside the box. It was Macari. I could see his skin, his entire back. That's how much of his shirt was being sort of ripped off his back. But the referee let that one go.
Here is Jones, wins another throw in into the final 30 seconds. Not too many stoppages, really. Had 1 or 2, but nothing too serious. Might be a couple of minutes max added on at the end of this first half as Jones heads off infield off the right touch. He's on his left foot, 30 yards out. He'll play the ball out now. Here's McGoldrick, pops up on the left hand side, looking to put the cross in towards the far post. I think it took a deflection. It's out for another corner. Notts County ending with a bit of a wet sail in the closing stages here.
Yeah, they've got momentum, haven't they? It was a really good position, wasn't it? McGoldrick took up. He just loitered out on the left wing, knowing that they'd eventually find him. He has definitely been given a free roll in this first half, McGoldrick. 1 added on minute. It's going to be a corner here. Everybody's congregated on the edge of the box, and the referee's had enough for this pushing and pulling. And he's going to have a word with them now. This is some cluster, isn't it? It is. And it's not the penalty spot, it's right on the edge of the box. It's by the D. Yeah. There's probably, 10, 12 players in there? Half a dozen each. McGoldrick's just stood in front of the goalkeeper. Corner about to be delivered. Will AFC Wimbledon manage to defend this? Well, they will, because it's a really poor ball in. It was driven in by Jones towards the near post, and it was
comfortably cleared away. Austin is the spare man on halfway, sends it back in towards the edge of the Wimbledon half. Here now is Abbott driving forward, looks to play it first time to McGoldrick, will bring it down. Can he find a pass? He can't. He felt it was impeded. The ball just thumped away by AFC Wimbledon. They'll be pleased to hear the half-time whistle here. This has been the best spell of the game for Notts County, but it comes to an end the half, and it is an ovation from all four sides of the ground. These two might not have been in good form when they came into it, but both are giving a good crack at getting an advantage in this first leg. It is 0-0 at the break. I'm looking down below us here, can't see any changes that have been made yet. We'll confirm that in just a moment as the two teams come out here for the second half. It is a huge week, a huge weekend of football to come, and pretty much this time next weekend we'll have a good idea who will be in all of the playoff finals, of which you will hear all of them live across the bank holiday weekend at the end of May, live and exclusive on the TalkSport network. We are about to get underway. It's all gone dark in the stand here around us. We have got a lamp, I just don't know how to turn it on, which is not really a good thing, but we will manage for now. We will manage as we get underway. Notts County going from right to left. They're attacking the Cop end here, which is away to our left. And it is Alex Bass in the county goal, Badeau, Platt and Macari across the defensive line. Jones, Palmer, Austin and Abbott across the middle, with Grant just behind McGoldrick and Jattu. Didn't really get involved in that first half in up front. For AFC Wimbledon, they've got Goodman in goal, a back three of Harbottle, Lewis and Johnson, Tilly Reeves, Hippolyte Smith and Nerfville across the middle, and it's Marcus Brown and Matty Stevens up top. So no changes yet, and I guess those changes when they come may well be crucial, but we're back underway here, and Austin wide on the Notts County left as it goes back to Badeau, and we're back underway here. What are you expecting second half, Adrian? I don't know is the honest answer. I think I expect a little bit more from Notts County in terms of tempo and speed, and maybe taking a few more risks. Yeah, well, here's McGoldrick, tries to work his way through, but he rather fired the pass at Grant. He couldn't take it in. And the ball cleared towards halfway, and Notts County have it back. And they're looking to attack now with Macari wide on the right-hand side. Here now cuts in field Jones. Jones lays it off. Just wondered at some point if we might see Jones come up on the left-hand side just to mix it up a little bit.
I agree. I think that might be something we see later on in the game. So it was an unusual pick to bring in Austin on this side. It's something he has up his sleeve for sure. You know, there are a few options on the bench for Notts County, particularly sort of in the attacking areas. You know, Charlie Whittaker is a player that's got a goal in him.
Yeah, I'll give you the two benches. Miller, the goalkeeper for Notts County, Rob McDonald, Mike Traore, Charlie Whittaker, Scott Robertson, Curtis Edwards and Will Jarvis. And for AFC Wimbledon, Lewis Ward's the goalkeeper. James Furlong, Callum Maycock, Omar Bagil, Josh Kelly, Aaron Sarsu and Isaac Ogundere. Here's Reeves for AFC Wimbledon. Feeds it forward. Looking now to get them away is Nerfville, wide on the left-hand side. It's a positive run. He's running at Jones. He drives in across goal, and there's the keeper Bass with good hands. And now he bowls it out, and now the counter is on. McGoldrick waits to the left here as Abbott brings it forward. Looks to feed in McGoldrick, who's onside. McGoldrick looks up. There's got a runner there. Finds it. Big chance here. Saved and turned off the line. Sensational again. Connor Grant is once again denied by Owen Goodman. But then there is an absolute brilliant clearance off the line when it looked like Alessandro Jetta was going to side foot it into an empty net. Still 0-0.
Oh, incredible. I think it's Harbottle who makes the clearance off from basically 1 yard out. It's a magnificent move, isn't it? Abbott, charges up the pitch to McGoldrick. McGoldrick sees Connor Grant on that far side. Again, he doesn't do a lot wrong. It's a great save. But from the follow-up, Harbottle, absolutely brilliant.
Corner kick for Notts County. Still 0-0. Another unbelievable save from Owen Goodman. Corner whipped in near post, headed away by AFC Wimbledon up towards halfway. There's not a white shirt anywhere there, so they've got time. Macari can turn around and feed it back to Abbott, and Abbott now will look and feed it forward. Here goes Matt Palmer, the captain, 25-30 yards out, floats the ball to McGoldrick. His touch is impeccable, brings it down. It wasn't the easiest pass. He drives forward now, little step over, looks to get it onto his right foot, looks to feed it in now, trying to get in towards the byline. They'll put the cross back across goal, and it's went out on the full, and that was a disappointing cross in the end. They should have done better with that there. Notts County, it's still 0-0.
Yeah, they'll be frustrated. It's still 0-0. Good start to the second half from the home side. What we said about Abbott in the first half, he was playing it a bit safe, didn't we? But this time he goes, he drives, and it's a really good forward pass to McGoldrick. But the vision, I mean, we had the perfect view of it. It's right beneath us on this near touchline. McGoldrick looked up, and there was a lovely little passageway for him to pass the ball through. And could Grant have taken a touch and then maybe buried it bottom corner? Maybe. He went first time, and that made it a tougher shot to score. But even so, Goodman did brilliantly.
He did. Here's McGoldrick. Abbott. Oh, that's a beautiful pass, but the offside flag's going to go up. Well, Adrian Clark, in a stand full of Notts County fans, immediately raised his hands. They immediately raised their voice and were frustrated, but Jatta did look like he went half the yard.
I mean, I don't know why I did that. It was an involuntary reaction. The old offside flag came up from me, and I felt he was just off, but it was tight. It was really tight because it was such an early pass.
Yeah, it was. And again, it was Abbott linking up with McGoldrick. And those two are starting to find a bit of joy now. Although here go AFC Wimbledon, and there's a couple of challenges going. Firstly from Abbott, and then from Bordeaux, but no second yellow card yet.
We didn't see the defence stretched really in this way in the entire first half, barring that one time where they cut it back from the byline for Grant. So, yeah, it's a real promising spell this for Notts County. They've just got to weather the storm, haven't they, Wimbledon? What they're looking to do here is slow it down. They're taking their time over this set piece. It's intelligent play from Reeves.
Yeah, ball played forward down the other end of the ground. You've seen it again. He wasn't that far offside, was he?
I think he's still off though.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but my eyes are good.
You are.
Well,
very good.
Well, they're not really. Actually, I need glasses, but not for long distance. But I think it was a knee offside. It was a bent knee offside, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was tight.
It was.
Yeah, but they got away with that one, Wimbledon. There's no doubt about it because he was in.
Yeah, he was, and he would have been in on goal. But here go Wimbledon up the other end. Here's Hippolyte, lays it down for Nerfield. He's asked a lot of him, but he pulls it back into the edge of the area, and Platt did really well there. There's a white shirt rushing in, and Platt somehow got in the way of it and pokes it behind for a corner. But this game is starting to open up now.
It is, yeah. That was much better from Wimbledon. He's got some pace, hasn't he, Nerfield down that left. And I think that's an avenue that they can cause problems for Notts County, because Jody Jones, he's really, for me, he's a better attacking player than he is a defender.
Yeah.
So if I'm Johnny Jackson, I'm saying get it out to Nerfield and run at him. Use that speed to go past him, and I can see that being maybe a factor across the two legs.
Well, Wimbledon are loading up. They're loading up bodies at the far post. Now the referee's pulled two of them out and said, "Look, stop it." I think it's Abbott he's having a word with down there, and also Riley Harbottle. And it's going to be a corner that Jake Reeves will take. 0-0 here, but just get the feeling a goal is coming. 7 gone second half. You can feel the tension in the air here in Nottingham tonight. All going to be whipped in. Side-footed away, comes to the edge of the box, and the shot comes in. And it was a shot from Marcus Brown that was tipped over by Alex Bass. Or was it?
Oh, come on, we can see that from here.
Well, all the Wimbledon players around the official, I thought he'd given a corner.
Well, it was a blatant tip over. You see it from here, and we're quite a way away from that particular goal. It was a good strike from Brown. I don't think he was ever beating the keeper, but he undoubtedly tipped that over the bar. Frustration for Wimbledon there. Johnny Jackson just having a little polite word with the fourth official. He needs to be careful. Obviously, he was in the stands, wasn't he, for the Grimsby game?
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to be picking up any more suspensions.
Here forward now goes Ryan Johnson for AFC Wimbledon, who are just having their little spell of possession. Nearly 9 gone second half. It's as you were at the break, 0-0. Ball over the top. Have they gone too early? They have. Stevens went. And he said, look, get it to me quicker. Get it to me quicker. They didn't on that occasion. Free kick then here. It's so finely poised, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So I think if I was a Notts County fan, I'm feeling a bit more encouraged. I'm feeling better than I did 10 minutes ago about my team's chances here of maybe taking a first leg lead.
McGoldrick is pulled back and then he bundles over Alistair Smith, the Lincoln loanee, and now Reeves has the free kick and it remains 0-0. Here is Smith. Gets it away now to Johnson. Not scored this year. He thought he scored in the first half. That glancing header as McGoldrick charges down the would-be clearance from Joe Lewis. And it goes all the way out for a goal kick. Still 0-0.
Yeah. The Wimbledon, in terms, obviously they haven't conceded very many this season, but quite a high percentage of them have been conceded late on in games. In the final half an hour is where they have come unstuck quite a lot this season. So, you know, Notts County have just got to stick at it, keep plugging away, and they might eventually grind them down.
Well, they are going to make a change here, AFC Wimbledon. Isaac Ogundere is coming on. He's stripped down below us. Just trying to work out who it is that's down on just on the edge of the centre circle. There is an AFC Wimbledon player getting treatment at the moment. We'll find out who that is in a moment. All the players are on the near side. A lot of them getting refreshments. It's quite a mild night here. It's certainly shirt sleeve weather tonight up in Nottingham. And they are going to have to make a change here. AFC Wimbledon. The number's just been punched into the board.
And it is a defender.
Is it Johnson?
Could be Johnson. I think it's Johnson.
I think it is. I can't see a number 6 down near us, so I think it is Ryan Johnson. So this is going to have to be a change. He's hobbling off near side. He's going to be replaced. So Johnson is off and Ogundere is on. 11 into the second half. You never really want to make that kind of change, do you?
You don't, no. Ogundere. No, you don't want to be changing your back three, not when you have such a good defensive record. Yeah, he's more of a right-sided player, but he's going to have to play on the left of the back three.
He has played 39 times this year, 24 starts, so he's had his time in the team, hasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. It's not too big a deal, but it's not always the position that he's occupied, so we'll see.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of a reshuffle, but he has slotted straight in, hasn't he? Like for like at the moment. And it is out on this near side for a goal kick. And there has been another change as well. Apologies, I missed that one. The flick on there from the man who's just come on, Omar Bagil, into the action. He has come on for Matty Stevens.
Yeah, I'm surprised because Matty Stevens is the top scorer, but he's not in good form, is he? And he didn't offer a great deal of threat in the game. So I think he needed to change up a little bit. Bugil, he's got a bit more pace, a bit more power about him. I just think stylistically they weren't causing enough problems, that front two.
Yeah, long throw is headed away. It did look pretty easy, didn't it, for Notts County? Ball now into the box zone. Here is a chance for the visitors, and a good challenge again from Matty Platt. Comes across to deny Alistair Smith after AFC Wimbledon worked the ball into the penalty area. I think when they get bodies in and around the box, AFC Wimbledon, they look dangerous. Yeah. When they're deep, when they're further away from goal, they lack a threat, don't they?
Yes, yeah, exactly. It was a good run from Smith, who's popped up with some goals this season from midfield.
Here comes the corner. Again, everybody on the edge of the box. Now they come flooding in. Ball into the 6-yard box. Platt heads it away. Hooked out towards his near side. Here's Tilley. Tilley wants to get it onto his left foot if he can. Does well to retain possession. Gets the ball back here. Reeves is going to fire it in first time. Keeper thought about coming. Stays at home. Header. And it's in. It's the header. And it's in the back of the net. And it's Riley Harbottle who's headed it in. Reeves deep cross. cross, the keeper thought about coming, and then he went back on his line, and Riley Harbottle plants the header in the bottom corner, and AFC Wimbledon lead. Their big travelling army of fans are up on their feet far side. Advantage to the Dons. Notts County 0, AFC Wimbledon 1.
Wow, it's a towering header, isn't it? Absolutely majestic. You can't call it a goalkeeping error, but he starts to come, changes his mind, and then he just loops it into the far top corner. Really brilliant header from a player that's had an excellent season and a terrific game tonight. It's looped into the box and he attacks it unmarked, no one around him, and he's punished them.
Well, that gives the advantage to the away team here as a misplaced pass on the far side for Notts County. What kind of response have they got? There was a bit of an inquest. I think Matty Platt asked his keeper, why didn't you come and get that? It was a loopy cross.
It was a loopy one, but it was also a long way out from goal. You know, where he's headed the ball, was it about 10, 11 yards out from goal? He had to maybe come through bodies. I think he should have been more decisive. It certainly caused a bit of hesitation among the defenders in front of him.
A chance for Notts County on the break. Jatta keeps it in down the right, and he will earn a corner. I think he's 7 yards out. It's a tough one, isn't it? He's there making the decision, but just the second he came out and went back, I think it caused worry in front of him, didn't it?
It's an error, but it's still a really good header.
It is.
It's a really good header.
Ball out over on the far side. Notts County looking for an instant response. Ball whipped in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, cleared away. Good challenge from Jones. Hits it. Hits the post. Keeper beaten. Bounces out. Cross comes in. Cleared away by on the near side, Joe Lewis. Well, Jones inches away from levelling up. Really strong tackle goes in. It's starting to kick off here now.
Oh, yeah, it's livening up. You said that a goal was coming, and now that we've had it, we could get more, but that was really good play from Jones. First time we've really seen him in and around the final third carrying a threat. Drops inside and strikes a sweet hit with his left foot. Keeper's beaten on that occasion. Thumps against the post, doesn't it? So yeah, it's opening up. Of course, Wimbledon from here won't want it to be too open. They've got to kind of get an element of control back now, I think, the visitors. They won't want this to escalate into a free-for-all.
AFC Wimbledon lead here, looking for a return back to League One after 3 seasons in the basement division. Ball headed out over on the far side. Notts County response has been good. They've already hit the woodwork. Now they're looking for a crossfield switch. McGoldrick brings it down. He's got Austin as a decoy. Feeds it to Austin. Austin at the edge of the area. Just had to wait for the pass and doesn't have the pace to go round his man till he takes it off him. McGoldrick's pass needed to be a little bit more decisive than that, and Austin didn't quite have the legs to get round his man, and the ball cleared away.
Yeah, he didn't look confident enough, did he, to go past Tilley. And Tilley has spent a lot of his career as a winger, so he's doing a really good job there in a 1v1. James Tilley, excellent focus from him. But yeah, look, Notts County are not done here. They're back on the front foot.
Here's Austin again on the left. This time he does get past his man. He's got support with him. He'll use it, but though he's there, he'll fire a ball in that's deflected. Cleared partially away as far as Abbott. Did he handle that? No, he didn't. Gets it out wide from McGoldrick, who will keep it in wide on the right. About 10 yards from the corner flag. Goes past his man, tries to bulldoze his way to the penalty area, and he's done well here. He's put him to pressure, then he goes down. Ball played on. Shot saved by the keeper and cleared away. Another appeal for a penalty. Well, the Goldrick went down, then Austin went down, and in between that, Goodman made another fine save. It's all happening.
It's all happening. I didn't think it was a penalty. Is my honest reaction without having seen it again. I thought it was a speculative shout, but let's not forget the save. There's another really good save from Wimbledon's keeper Goodman. He is having a top night and a fantastic season.
It is still 1-0, 63 gone at Meadow Lane, but the response has been a pleasing one as Jones is taken down. That has to be a yellow card, and it will be a yellow card. And the referee calls over the Wimbledon man. Nerfville it is, and he can have absolutely no complaints about that one. That was a poor challenge.
It was, yeah. It's just slowed down the momentum, hasn't it? They're eager to get on with it here. Notts County, the crowd are up. Yeah, they've got the wind behind them now. They probably need to hit back here, or they'll feel they need to hit back in the next 5 or 10 minutes, because Wimbledon are definitely rocking.
I think that was Conor Grant who was denied again by Goodman for the third time. In comes across, Jatta went to leap for it, hooked away from danger. He must feel like he's jinxed, Conor Grant. He's hit 3 good efforts, they've all been going in, they've all been saved.
All been absolutely fine. You know, you can't be too critical of him.
They're starting to have some joy here. Abbott working his way forward. He looks up, there's a player on the edge of the area. He'll feed it now to his captain Palmer. He gets it away now to Macari. Is he going to shoot? He puts the cross towards the far post. It's headed away by the goal scorer Harbottle, and then smuggled away edge of the box, and the break could be on here. Bugil is pulled back, and there's another yellow card, and this time it's Macari, and here they come now thick and fast.
Yeah, he did call this. Yeah, Macari was very lucky in the first half not to get a yellow card, so that one's definitely warranted. It was quite a cynical stop as well. So we're kind of away. Bugil was ready to create a 2v1.
1-0 then. Harbottle's goal on 59. But since then, we've seen Jones hit the post for Notts County. Goodman denied Grant.
Yeah, it was Grant every single time. Yeah, 4 shots, 3 on target for him tonight.
Yeah. Wimbledon have it. They're looking. How valuable would a second goal be? They're trying to get Grant going backwards, and just for a second, Nerfville got in front of him. But the keeper comes out, Alex Bass, quickly to smuggle any danger. But I think you're right, they do fancy him as a weakness, but now he's going the other way, and he's a threat going this way, that is for sure. He advances infield, he just had to wait, and now he feeds the ball out to Palmer. Palmer, if he looks up, has got Austin outside him. Austin just cuts in off the left, gets it back, and here now is Palmer again. Finds Abbott, tried to feed it through for McGoldrick, who, if he'd gone to the ball, would have got it, but he tried to make a run in behind the last defender, and it's cleared away. I just wonder if they need something extra on this left-hand side. Austin's not quite doing enough, is he?
I agree with you. I don't think he's looking confident enough to make an impact. So, yeah, surely a change can't be too far away for Notts County. It's a tough one because they've got a bit of momentum at the moment. The team are on the front foot, they're playing well, so he doesn't want to touch it, but I think they need something extra.
Yeah, there's Bugil, who's been a bit of a handful since he came on, and he pulls back Palmer, and all of a sudden everyone's wanting a yellow card now.
I mean, the home fans are pretty vociferous every time a player hits the deck. They're on the ref's case. In fairness to him, he's not making decisions to please the fans here at Meadow Lane tonight.
No, he's not. All on halfway. You're live on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson and Adrian Clark. Lovely flick from McGoldrick. Here goes Grant again. Tried to feed it through for Jatta. It's cleared away from him. And now the ball on halfway. Strong challenge goes in. Looked to me like Bedell won the ball, but the referee's having none of it. And now he blows the whistle for a foul on Marcus Brown. And every challenge now, quarter of the game remaining, is becoming an issue.
Yeah, it is, yeah. But well played, Joe Lewis again. He's broken up so many attacks tonight in the heart of that Wimbledon rear guard. He's the man in the middle. He's got the tightest shorts in League Two. He has to have, doesn't he? Look at those. Yes, they're painted on, aren't they?
Are they Brian Robson's Old England shorts?
I think they might be.
I think even Brian had a blush wearing them. Ball played forward by AFC Wimbledon, who lead by a goal to 0. They have it down by the corner flag. They're looking to put a cross in. It's well defended. And there is action down below us as substitutes warming up, being summoned back to the respective dugouts. Notts County trailing by a goal to 0. What they don't want to do is concede a second. That would be very, very damaging to their promotion chances, but they are making changes, I think, Notts County now. Wimbledon lead by a goal to 0. Harbottle, who got the goal, is about to launch a long throw in towards the edge of the area. It's headed away from Platt. Ball balloons up off Lewis, went out for a throw-in. He thought he was fouled. And now the referee's going to have a word with him because, well, his boots come off. He's saying, well, how did that come off? And the ref's having none of it. Just the 3 yellow cards so far. I think what do you reckon? See double that, Adrian? 6 would your line be now?
Yeah, I think that could be the line. Yeah, 5 or 6 for sure. But look, I mean, what's happening here? He should go off here.
So he stopped the game so he can put his boot back on.
He should go off here, really. Yeah. He's definitely milking this, looking to disrupt the game. I mean, we see a lot of goalkeeper stoppages, don't we, these days? Yeah. Which is just ridiculous, and I think this might be a form of that with the boot coming off.
He should be made to go off the field and take it off, put it on off the field. You are listening to Notts County against AFC Wimbledon in the EFL playoffs live on TalkSport 2 with McDonald's. Enjoy a tasty night in, delivered to your door with Mac Delivery. Tasty night here as well at Meadow Lane. And still we wait for Joe Lewis to put his boots back on.
I think that must have been a quadruple knot. You know, he really took a while there, didn't he?
He was taking liberties. I reckon it took 2 minutes to put his boots back on. 1-0. AFC Wimbledon lead. Who will blink first from here? McGoldrick brings it down, gets it away to Austin, who tried to go past his man. Not for the first time. Stuart Maynard acting as ball boy on the near side. His side enjoyed a torrid end, lost their last 3 home games in the regular season. And that's the foul on Abbott, who then pushes Bugil out of the way, who goes down like, was it Paul Alcock against Paolo Di Canio?
Bit embarrassing. I mean, Abbott shouldn't really have the strength to knock over Bugil. Who gets a helping hand from the ref. It was a naughty little lazy leg, wasn't it, from James Tilley that made the foul initially.
Yeah.
That was a bit naughty. But look, as far as Wimbledon are concerned, they want it to be stop-start. They want it to be fragmented now that they've got this advantage. When the game is flowing, Notts County are good. You know, they will cause you problems. But it hasn't flowed, has it, for the last 5-10 minutes, and that is certainly harmful for the host.
Yeah, ball played forward. Here's McGoldrick. He goes down, appealing for a free kick, doesn't get one. I'll tell you what, it is a big night of boxing just up the road here in the city centre. Lee Wood, the local fighter, takes on Anthony Kakachi. That's live on TalkSport tonight. Adam Catterall and the team will be there on Fight Night over on TalkSport right now. Well, there's a bit of a scrap developing here, isn't there?
I wish I'd realised this, because I like my boxing. While I'm here, I'll just pop by.
Well, they are going to take off Sam Austin. I don't think this is a surprise, if I'm honest. He's tried his best, but we're going to see Will Jarvis, the former Hull youngster, comes onto the field. And I think that is a change that I think needed to be made.
Yeah, I agree. Wasn't his night, unfortunately. Wimbledon are going to make a change as well. At least one, anyway. Maycock stripped.
Yeah, Callum Maycock stripped and ready to go. There's another player just putting his shirt on. We can just see the GPS vest. Here's Grant, turns his man, drives forward for Notts County, feeds it wide on the right to Jones. Jones looks to get Nerfville backing off. Nerfville, who's in the book, can't make a challenge, but between them they do. The Wimbledon defenders clear it up towards halfway. Platt with another brave header. He's won pretty much everything, hasn't he, in that
he's been good
aerial battle. Ball flicked round the corner but out of play, and now the changes
they've been better with Bugil, haven't they, up front though? Even though he's sort of committed a few fouls, I think he's just been more of a handful for the
more mobile, isn't he, as well, I think.
Yeah, he's just quicker, more powerful.
Yeah. So Josh Kelly is about to come on, and he will replace Marcus Brown, who goes off on 72 minutes. And again, that may be just to freshen things up, give a little bit more legs at the top end of the field. And also going off, Miles Hippolyte is making way. He will come off for Callum Maycock. Well, both players are right on the far side of the field, and now they'll wander at their own leisure across to the near side. It is 1-0 here to Notts County earlier on in the Premier League. Huge win for Aston Villa. They won 1-0 at Bournemouth this evening. You don't know what you're doing. Rings around aimed at the referee here. Wins in the Premier League for Everton, Brentford, Brighton and Aston Villa to 4 away wins, and if you were going for all away wins today, you would have been devastated that Manchester City were the team that let you down.
Yeah, you would never have believed
0-0 at Southampton.
Yeah, no, that was a most unexpected result. Listening around the grounds on the way up, it didn't sound like they had too many chances. City until late on via Marmouche. So yeah, that's 2 big drop points for them. It's opened it up big style.
It has. That game tomorrow live on TalkSport. Newcastle-Chelsea could well be decisive come the end of the season. Bugil has won a free kick. He's a bit of a pantomime villain, isn't he, Bugil? He's been on the floor more often than he's been on his feet, but what he is doing, he's breaking the game up and he's winning free kicks.
I think it's a good substitution. They needed they were too nice up top. You know, with all due respect, they just weren't disturbing the back line anywhere near enough, even though they're both decent players and finishers. So Bugil's just a physical presence who has made things happen. And you're right to point out about the breaking the play up. Now that they've got the lead, that's a big plus.
They are not bothered at all, are they, AFC Wimbledon? As the ball hooked away towards Harbottle, who control lets him down. Break is definitely on now. Ball played forward, it's just too strong for McGoldrick. And guess who's there? Owen Goodman again playing sweeper keeper. If that had had maybe 10-15 yards less on it, McGoldrick would have been in on goal. All given away again. Abbott pinches it back for Notts County. We've seen him much the better second half now. Ball played forward. They're looking to get McGoldrick down the left. What's his touch like? He kept it in. It's play on. Gets it away to Jarvis. Jarvis has it on the near side. Back to McGoldrick. 2-3 black shirts waiting in the middle. McGoldrick, little step over. Drills in a cross, comes shot. Keeper flapped it. Made a real mess of it. And they get it away. That was the first error from Owen Goodman. Don't know whether he went to catch it or punch it. He didn't either.
I think he's just caught in 2 minds. It was a decent ball from McGoldrick.
Here's Abbott on the turn. Goes past one, but as he opted, well, was he shooting or was he passing again? He did neither there as well.
Yeah, it was a decent ball from McGoldrick. It comes at a weird height. Maybe that's what caused the indecision, but yeah, it was. He's been absolutely superb tonight, Owen Goodman in goal. But that was almost, a costly error on his part.
It was fortunate it fell to a white shirt and not a black one. Here's Jarvis on the left, looks to go past his man. Tilly brings him down, and there's another yellow card. But straight away, they didn't have that with Austin. It's not crit. Austin gave his running and tried his best, but Jarvis is instantly looking to go past his man.
Yeah, it was good positive play, wasn't it? Knocked it out of his feet, and Tilly, just clatters into him. It's a nailed-on yellow.
Now another change. Into the action for Lewis Macari comes Rob MacDonald, who played at the weekend. He comes on for the final 15 minutes or so of the 90 minutes. Are we going to get an equaliser? I'm not saying we're going to get an equaliser, but I think we'll get another goal here. I don't think this is done yet. 1-0 AFC Wimbledon lead. Can they find a bit of quality from a set piece? Palmer and Jones stand over it. It's about 25 yards out from the corner flag, just in from touch. Jones left-footed, going to swing it in. He's left to bounce, and eventually it's cleared away. They got a little bit fortunate there. Josh Kelly is bundled over by McGoldrick, and that's a free kick. Matt will eat just another few seconds off the clock.
Yeah, it was Smith, I think, that made the block. It bounced up at a really awkward angle, but I think he did ever so well, actually, to avoid handballing it. That's to Smith. Yeah, look, we talked about them having to weather that storm. Are they through it or not? We don't know yet. They'll be looking up at the clock. There's clocks at either end of this ground, and the Wimbledon players will be keeping a beady eye on it between now and the final whistle for sure. They would love to come away from Meadow Lane tonight with the score as it is.
Yeah, they would. Nerfville off the other way. Across goes McDonald. His clearance is blocked, and it was a good job. Platt was alert on the inside there, manages to get back, and now McDonald facing his own goal, turns and gets a really soft foul. He did well there for his team, McDonald, and it's a free kick to Notts County. 12 remaining. You're live on TalkSport 2. You're home of the EFL, home of the playoffs. Every game live on TalkSport. Tilly intercepts the pass that was aimed at McGoldrick, but never had the juice to get to him. Here now is Smith. His pass. Jatta got a good footing, but it breaks for Bagil. He gets it wide now. AFC Wimbledon about to strike a hammer blow. Tilly dispossessed by Jarvis, who gives the ball there. It wasn't the best pass, and in the end, Notts County concede a throw in. Frustration at the moment. They haven't been able to get Jatta involved, have they?
No, Jatta's he's a bit raw, isn't he? He scores goals. He's a big, tall, rangy player. His touch hasn't always been the best tonight. But yeah, you're right. The one time that he did get in, he was marginally offside, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's been on the edge of the game other than that. McGoldrick's pulled left, hasn't he? I think he's kind of just... He's not flowing everywhere anymore. I think he's probably blown up a little bit, McGoldrick.
Well, there's a chance for AFC Wimbledon down the left-hand side. Get to the byline. They've got a chance to pull it back here. There's bodies waiting for a shot on the edge of the box. In the end, it'll fall now 25 yards out. Here's Reeves from distance. Gets it away to Tilly on his left foot. Hits it, and it's straight at the keeper, Bass, who gratefully clutches it. But there was a chance there. I don't know why they didn't pass it to Alistair Smith. Looked in a good position, edge of the area.
A big hesitation, wasn't there, from Wimbledon? Surprised me there. In the end, Tilly cuts inside and hits it, but it's got no power.
Nice turn from McGoldrick.
See ya.
Yeah, he sent Harbottle one way, then the other. McGoldrick running forward now. 30 yards out from goal. Notts County behind by a goal to nil. McGoldrick wants it back. He's not going to get it back just yet. There's an opportunity for a shot. Block comes to the edge of the air to Abbott. 25 yards out. Goes for the shot, but it's low and it lacks the power, and Goodman's got everything behind it. And he saves it on the goal line. Still 1-0. But
yeah, I don't think you're going to beat Goodman with a side foot curler from that kind of range. You're going to have to put your laces through it. A bit tentative there from Abbott, but you're right, Abbott has had a really good second half. He's been driving forward for fun, hasn't he? Very progressive. I think Notts County have played pretty well in this second half, but they've run into an inspired keeper.
Well, he's made 3 great saves, hasn't he? Even if just one of those goes in, it's a completely different game and perspective. And I think even if it ends 1-0, I think Notts County will feel they're more than a chance.
Yeah, they're in it. Of course they're in it. I mean, it's not just the keeper. I think Lewis has been great, and Harbottle, I think, made that brilliant follow-up block, didn't he? That was as good as a save. So, it's been a really resilient effort from Wimbledon. But Wimbledon have been opened up, haven't they? And that's not always the case.
Here forward come Notts County again. Grant has been denied 3 times by the keeper. Misplaces the pass, and McDonald will ease it all the way back down the other end to Alex Bass, the Notts County goalkeeper. He'll fire it across here now to Matt Palmer. Is there a twist in the League 2 tale here tonight? All given away. It was betwixt and between from Palmer, and in the end the captain gives away a throw-in needlessly.
Yeah, I don't think Palmer's really been as pivotal a player tonight as I expected him to be. He hasn't run the show, because normally a lot comes through him, but tonight he's just been a bit subdued.
Well, next Saturday we'll see Wimbledon against Notts County, live and exclusive on TalkSport 2 at 12:30. That's before the FA Cup final. Manchester City against Crystal Palace, live on TalkSport 4:30 for that one. Ball played forward by Notts County, and it's going to go all the way out for a goal kick.
Palace will fancy their chances maybe after Manchester City's sort of blunt day at the office today.
Yeah. So you're doing the second leg of the other semi-final on Friday night next week.
That's it, yeah. Friday night in Walsall.
Where else would you rather be?
Right, exactly. My clubbing days are over. Only just. Not.
This is part listening, is she? We'll leave that one there.
Yeah, no, Friday night Walsall, it should be good. I mean, what a story. In a way, if they made it to Wembley, Walsall, it'd feel twice as good, wouldn't it? Given what they've been through.
Yeah, if they could get the win there. Big if. We'll find out tomorrow afternoon, 3:30, Chesterfield Walsall, first leg live and exclusive on TalkSport 2. Here now is Jarvis, gets it to Jatta, who lays it off now. There are plenty of black and white shirts forward. Can Jones deliver a cross from the right? Nerfville is trying to show him on the outside, but he's not having any of it. He wants it on his left foot. Scuffs the cross in. Back to goal. Here's Grant. Grant goes down. Shot from Jarvis. Keeper didn't get to it. He was blocked before he got to him, and the referee once again waves it away.
Yeah. Again, I don't see it as being a penalty. I think the ref's got those calls right tonight. I think they got the ball, but it's not going to stop this home crowd, this vociferous home crowd, from appealing everything.
Here's Bugil, fouls, and he's in the book as well.
Yeah, that was coming, wasn't it?
Certainly was. Just over 12,300 in here tonight. Good support from Wimbledon as well. Great support over on that far side. It is still 1-0 to AFC Wimbledon. Are they closing in on a return to League One football? There's a Wimbledon player down, maybe got a bit of cramp over on the far side. Referee goes to check they're okay. Maybe needs a bit of this new pickle juice that they're all soon to be taking.
Is that what they're in? Yeah, pickle juice.
They do it in the rugby league, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen it, yeah. Pickle juice. Apparently it puts in the good bits that you need quicker than it does if you just have a normal drink.
What sort of pickle?
I don't know, but all I've seen this morning, I was watching the NRL, I see him having a drink and then like almost being ill on the field. It must be rank.
I don't fancy a pickle juice.
That's what it is. It's the new mod con now.
Okay.
It is, honestly. Okay. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I don't know if it's in the football yet, but it will be soon if it isn't now. Here come Notts County. Jones just goes without it momentarily. Gets it back, level with the edge of the penalty area. Grant made a run for him, but he couldn't find him. Good defending again from AFC Wimbledon. They're keeping Notts County out at the moment, and when they do get in, they can't beat the keeper, Owen Goodman. Ball back to McDonald. He gets it out on the far side. Jones gets it again. Now he looks to put in a good-looking cross. Chatter on the end of it, just couldn't quite get his head to it, but he acknowledges the cross. That's probably one of the better crosses we've seen in from Jones tonight.
That's a great cross, and it's a really good run from Alassane Jatta, but because he catches Harbottle on his heels, probably for the first time tonight, but he gets away with it, the defender. You can almost, I can't see his face, but I'm sure it was fairly relieved there, because he just got a little step on him, nipped in front, and any kind of contact there, and that could have been 1-1.
For the last 5 minutes, would you consider putting Jones on the left?
Maybe, although that was a good cross, wasn't it? You know, there's nothing wrong with that. He's been better second half, Jody Jones. I mean, second half, it's been more like the game we expected.
Yeah.
I think 65% of the possession's been for County, and you know, Wimbledon have had to defend for their lives. You know, rode their luck at times, but they're still got that clean sheet intact, haven't they?
They have, and here now there might be a chance on the break here. Going forward, crunching tackle goes in from Bordeaux, but it's ridden well here by the substitute Josh Kelly, who eventually runs down a bit of a blind alley and runs out of room, and Bordeaux gets it off him, and will bring it forward now. Gets it away to Jarvis. He lays it off. They're deep inside their own half, County, but they're looking to build, and here's McGoldrick. McGoldrick feeds it forward to McDonald. He's up towards the halfway. 3.5 minutes left on TalkSport 2. Notts County chasing an equaliser. But I think on the balance of play they deserve.
I wouldn't argue with that. I think one apiece would probably be a fair result here, but look, I wouldn't begrudge Wimbledon the win if that's what they're to get, because they've worked ever so hard as a team.
Here's Grant looking to feed it in behind. They got him behind this time. Abbott went down, and the referee again waves it away. Bagil will chase the long ball over the top, but Platt should beat him to it. Oh, it's a horrible back pass. Bagil will give chase, but there's plenty of black shirts there. McDonald will just take the ball off his keeper. And into the final third, there's going to be, I'd say, a significant amount of added on time in this second half.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're looking at 6, 7, 8 at least.
Not 2 minutes for the boots putting back.
Yeah,
on.
this is true. Yeah.
Ball out to Jarvis. Not really being able to run at Tilly after he got him booked. Now he's got a chance to run in field, and he is running in field. Finds a ball. Here they are. In on goal. Big chance for County. Cleared off the line. It was that man again, Connor Grant. This time he beats the keeper, and it's cleared off the line. Sensational defending from AFC Wimbledon.
Oh, wow.
No, Phil, I think it was.
Has to score. Connor Grant has to put that one away. It's sensational from Jarvis. Skips in field, past 2 or 3, glides with the ball, and then he plays the perfect through ball. Great run. He takes it 1v1, and I guess he does the right thing in going dinking it over the keeper, but there's not enough on it, and it's just a wonderful clearance.
Well, he scored 4 goals, Conor Grant, this season in League Two. He could have had 4 tonight.
He could have had 4, yeah, it's remarkable, really.
Nerfil it was who clears it off the line.
Yeah, he puts it in the one place that Nerfil can retrieve the situation. He celebrated that as if he scored the goal, Nerfil, and that is as good as a goal. Because he's dinged it over the keeper, it's going bottom corner, but he never gave up on it, and that's the winger, or the wing-back.
Yeah. Tilly's going off here. This will just add on to the time. He's been replaced because he stayed down after that run forward. They're going to have to get the defender, James Furlong it is, who's coming on for Tilly. I think they're going to take the corner without him on the field here. Well, the referee again he's been very lenient there to Wimbledon, allowing them to make the change. Yeah,
well, they got their way in the end, the Dons, but yeah, I think Johnny Jackson is so proud of his defenders for the way that they've, they're so resilient here tonight.
Here's a possible short corner. Jones to the byline, they'll earn another corner. I think they need to get the ball in the box now. They're into the final few seconds of the 90. The Magpies on the prowl, looking for some late joy here. They trail by a 1-0. This time Jones is just going to put the cross in towards the penalty spot. It's cleared away. Jarvis should get it over on the far side. He will whip in a ball. It's a good looking ball to the far post. It's bouncing around edge of the area. Wimbledon have no out ball. They'll just play it forward straight towards Alex Bass, who's on halfway. Everybody's staying forward now for Notts County. Can they get a late leveller here? 7 added on minutes, and here now goes Jones, who is on the left, but I think just because it's where he took the corner from, and now they're trying to keep ball in play, they count it's out for a goal kick. We're in the 7 added on minutes here. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a really good game. Obviously we knew it'd be tight. We didn't expect it to be high scoring, but we've had some big chances in this match, some really big chances. In the second half alone, you'd probably say Notts County have had at least 3.
Jones hit the post. Yeah. Grant had the shot saved by the legs of the keeper, and then we've just seen Nerfil clear off the line. I just think,
in the grand scheme of things, he didn't do anything wrong. Grant again with the finish because it was on target. It beat the keeper, but was it the right type of finish? Should he have gone for the power that really takes out the option of the goal line clearance? I think on reflection, he would opt for a different type of shot. It's on these fine margins, isn't it, that things are decided.
Well, like your own Arsenal the other night, you don't take your chances, you generally get punished.
Exactly.
And that is, at the minute, is what's happening, because AFC Wimbledon have not created an awful lot second half. They've scored from a just hopeful cross into the penalty area.
Yeah, that's really their only excellent piece of attack and play second half, and not offered a lot at all. But here we are, 1-0 to Wimbledon.
Here goes Matty Platt, who's been outstanding, but he's challenged from behind by Bagil, who had to get that right, or he could have been going off, and now Bagil's going the other way. And he gets it away here to the substitute Kelly. McGoldrick thought about bringing him down. He might wish he had done now, because Kelly's going towards the box, and Jarvis does bring him down right on the edge of the area. I don't think he had a great deal of option there. And the spray comes out, and it's going to be a free kick, and a late chance here for AFC Wimbledon, maybe to double their advantage.
Well, they might as well send not everyone up, but send some of the big guys up for this. It's an opportunity to give themselves breathing space, and to take a 2-goal lead will be a huge bonus for them. I don't think this is a scenario where you just run it to the corner flag and take it short.
Well, I think McGoldrick might be coming off here, because I can see Metriore about to come on, and McGoldrick tried his best to get Kelly and bring him down, but he couldn't get to him.
No, he's been really tired the last 10 or 15 minutes, McGoldrick, and he's had a great game. I mean, every time he's had the ball, he's been so silky. But his race is run, I think. But yeah, this is a chance for Wimbledon. It will be interesting to see how much or how little they load the box.
They may feel it is a great opportunity to put this tie away.
Yeah, I would, because the County are going to bring everyone back, aren't they? They're going to leave more than 1 or 2 up front.
Well, McGoldrick will make way. He'll hobble his way off. I dare say they'll wrap him up in cotton wool for the next 6 days, ready to go again one more time next weekend.
Well, let's hope he's fit to play next weekend, because he's limping pretty heavily there. Yeah, they don't want him missing. What a player at this level. I just hope that's not a muscle injury that ends his season.
Hopefully not. There is a bit of concern from Stuart Maynard, just looking behind him in the dugout, make sure his star man is okay, but the immediate concern here is not conceded. Well, Bagil is just going to run it into a corner. Now there's still 3.5 minutes left here, and Bagil has given away a free kick.
I think they made the wrong choice there. That was an opportunity, isn't it, to score?
There's 3 minutes. He's not going to hold it for 3 minutes in the corner, is he?
I think that's a bad call.
Maybe just a sign of where AFC Wimbledon are at the moment. We've just seen on the screens a replay of all the Goodman saves from Conor Grant. And here now going forward are AFC Wimbledon again. And it's Callum Maycock. Gets it away to Nerfville, who, well, he's just going to run it into the corner here. Look, there's no doubt that AFC Wimbledon, what they have, they hold. They do not want to take any risks. Forward now come the home side. Ball over the top, was trying to get in. Traore, was that handball? Good, well, strong tackle goes in there from Alassane Jatta.
It could be off here.
He could be off here. He has flattened Alistair Smith. Hands are raised, and here we go. Hand in the pocket. The only question, it's a red card. It's a red card for Alassane Jatta. Disaster for Notts County.
That's a 2-footed challenge. Oh, he's lost his head now.
Now he's pushing and shoving. They need to get him off the field here.
It was a 2-footed lunge, and I think my initial response was, "Oh, that's a little bit naughty." I don't know how much of the player he got, but it was an out of control 2-footed.
Well, he still hasn't gone off the field yet, Alassane Jatta, and his own teammates now are dragging him. Even Omar Bagil of Wimbledon is saying, "Come on, mate, you just need to go off the field here."
He got the ball.
I don't think it was that bad a tackle.
He got a lot of the ball, but it was a 2-footer off the ground, and you know refs don't like that. I'm waiting to see a replay of this. He got plenty of the ball.
It was a strong challenge. Well, now there's another yellow card come out now. I think Jones has gone in the book as well. Well, I told you at the start to expect cards, and we've seen plenty of them second
you were
half.
spot on, mate. It's a hammer blow. Absolute hammer blow for Notts County, because Jatta missing for the second leg is a disaster. Missing for the final as well, if they're to make it that far. You know, it's an absolute nightmare for Stuart Maynard and Notts County.
And I dare say he may well get an extended ban, because he didn't go off the field for quite a while, did he?
Yeah. Still.
Well, we're 6 into this 7 added on minutes, and we've not played for the last 2 minutes. So we're going to see it again here. And now the initial, he was actually fouled. The referee should have blown for a foul on Jatta before he went for the ball. I'm still not convinced that's a red card.
No, I don't. I think he should get a yellow there.
Yeah,
I do. But what he does, he jumps, and it's a scissor. It's a sort of scissor motion. I actually think it's a harsh red.
We've seen it, and I tell you what, Alistair Smith's done him no favours, has he? I think he's got him sent off.
Yeah, I agree.
And look, that's whole part of the game, isn't it? I'm not, it is what it is.
It's a bad decision to jump into the challenge.
Yes, but the referee should have blown for a foul on him before that happened.
Yeah,
we play on here.
I think
we're going to get another couple of minutes added on time here, but it's 10-man Notts County 0, AFC Wimbledon 1. And it's been a bit of an implosion at the end. Frustration all around us here. Ball sliced away. I think the roof will come off if Notts County get an equaliser now. They feel like the world's against them. We're into the 98th minute now. Ball down the channel. Is that a pull on the shirt? No, it's not. And it goes out for a goal kick. And now we're at the behest of the referee, Thomas Kirk, who's playing added on time of added on time. Owen Goodman takes all the time in the world. His saves tonight mean that AFC Wimbledon will go back home with a 1-goal advantage as it stands. I think there's still another minute or so to go here. The official just signalled to Rob McDonald there's still another minute to go. Ball played downfield. Bagil will head it on. out for a throw-in. Well, it's been feisty, it's been fiery. Second leg live next Saturday lunchtime. Ball played forward, another foul there not given. Well, it seems at the moment that AFC Wimbledon could pretty much do what they want. The referee's not going to blow his whistle.
He's certainly not been a homer, has he?
He hasn't. Not at all. Forward come the Magpies. Can they pinch something late on? Traore's after. Again, there was a bit of a tug on his shirt, but the ball runs out of play. And AFC Wimbledon, in fairness to them, the last 10 minutes or so have seen this out pretty well.
I think they're a rugged team, they're aggressive, they're quite streetwise, but they're really resilient. They do not like conceding goals. And by hook or by crook, they will do all they can to stop you. And ultimately, they have tonight. They've relied on their keeper, a little bit of good fortune, but they've also made some unbelievable defensive blocks and clearances, haven't they? So, I don't begrudge them a clean sheet here.
Well, there goes the whistle. Met by boos around Meadow Lane.